Welcome to the place where your future self is built. If you want discipline, drive, and a mind carved out of stone, this is your home. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who keeps saying, "I'll start Monday." This is not motivational fluff. This is the forge. And if you stay to the end, I've got a sentence for you to repeat every morning and night to burn it into your subconscious. Let's get real. You probably already know what you need to do. You don't need another podcast telling you that hard work pays off. You've heard it. You've read the books. You've watched the reels. So why the hell haven't you done it yet? Because knowing doesn't mean doing. Everyone's looking for a shortcut, but there are two things, just two, that separate men who succeed from men who stay stuck. I'm talking about discipline and patience. And yeah, they sound basic, but that's the damn point. They're so basic that most of you ignore them, hoping there's a faster way. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Patience is doing it long enough to see it pay off. That's the formula. That's the whole game. But here's the kicker. Most men flinch the second they don't see results. Bad things happen to you? Join the club. You think you're the only man who had a rough childhood? A boss who doesn't value him? A woman who walked away? You think you're the first to lose someone, to get passed over, to feel like you're not enough? Listen, that pain isn't a punishment. It's a training ground. You want a better body? You already know the play. Train hard. Eat clean. Sleep. You want better finances? Spend less. Invest smart. Delay gratification. You want deeper relationships? Be present. Give attention. Communicate like a man, not a child. But here's where it breaks down. You do it for a week, maybe two. Then you miss a workout. You order junk. You skip that book you promised yourself you'd read. You ghost people instead of having hard conversations. And why? Because it's boring. It's repetitive. Because results don't show up fast enough. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Patience is a fuel to keep crossing it when nothing looks different. You want to know what breaks men? Not failure. It's boredom. It's silence. It's the voice in your head saying, "This isn't working," when the truth is, you just haven't stuck around long enough to see it work. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle said that. He didn't tweet it. He lived it. You think Goggins became Goggins by sprinting through life? No. He ran when his legs bled. Jocko gets up at 4:30 a.m. not because he likes it, but because it builds armor. Tony Robbins? He didn't get to the top by reading affirmations. He got there by bleeding, falling, standing up, and doing it again. So here's the truth. If you can't handle the grind, you don't deserve the glory. And yeah, that sounds harsh, but life doesn't care about your feelings. You either put in the reps or you stay average. Simple as that. Most people quit because they confuse discomfort with failure. You feel tired, you feel stuck, you feel alone, and your brain tells you that means you're on the wrong path. No, that means you're finally on the real path. Growth feels like pain. Success looks like monotony. Winners master the ordinary. Your mind will betray you if you don't take control. You'll start talking like a victim, walking like a loser, making excuses instead of moves. And when that happens, you need to remind yourself, you don't need more motivation. You need more discipline. Discipline is the father of results. Patience is the mother of transformation. Everything you want, a leaner body, a fatter bank account, a peaceful home, a powerful mind, sits on the other side of consistency. And that means doing what you said you'd do, long after the mood you set it in has left. Don't tell me you're tired. Don't tell me it's hard. Of course it's hard. It's supposed to be. You want easy? Stay broke. Stay soft. Stay dependent. But if you want to level up, if you want to build a legacy, if you want to die with your chest out and no regrets, then you get up. You get up every damn day and do what men do. You stay in the fight. Let me speak to the one who's been showing up quietly, unnoticed, unrewarded. You who train alone, study in silence, cry where no one sees, your efforts are not in vain. Steel is not made in sunlight. It's made in fire. So burn if you must. Just don't quit. Don't envy the man who shines today. Study him. Learn his ways. Then outlast him. Outwork him. Outdiscipline him. Pain is temporary. Regret is forever. You either suffer now for the life you want or suffer forever for the one you settle for. And you, brother, you weren't made to settle. You were made to build, to lead, to dominate your space with purpose, even if nobody claps, even if nobody sees. Because the man who needs applause isn't ready for greatness. Let me leave you with this. If you're going through hell, keep going. That's Churchill. He knew something most people forget. The only way out is through. So keep going. Keep swinging. Keep grinding. If you stay to the end, here's your phrase. Say it when you wake. Say it before you sleep. Say it until your soul believes it. I do the work, even when it's boring. I am consistent. I am patient. I am inevitable. This message is for the man who's tired of starting over. The man who's sick of being average. The man who knows he was built for more, but needs to fire back. Share this with him. Comment below. What's the one area in your life you're committed to mastering with discipline and patience? Smash the like button. Subscribe. And remember, discipline and patience aren't just a path. They're the price. And greatness? It ain't on sale. You don't rise by accident. You rise because you choose to suffer intentionally, to build yourself from scratch when the world gives you nothing but dust and doubt. You rise because you refuse to stay down. Every time you fall, you treat the floor like a lesson, not a prison. That's how real men grow. You think the kings of old waited for perfect conditions? No, they fought in storms. They built empires with bloody hands and broken hearts. They conquered not because life was kind to them, but because they were ruthless with their own excuses. Excuses are the comfort food of the weak. They taste good in the moment, but poison your future. You want to feel good or be great? Pick one. Because greatness doesn't care about your comfort. It demands your commitment. You will be tempted to quit. Your mind will dress up cowardice as wisdom. It'll whisper, "You've done enough." That voice is the enemy. Starve it. Mute it. Replace it with action. Because inaction is just regret with good PR. Every day you delay, you pay. Not in money, but in missed moments. In unlived potential. In the silent ache of what could have been. That pain, you carry it until your last breath. Unless you do something about it today. Some mornings, discipline will feel like death. But here's the truth. Every rep, every page, every quiet act of self-mastery, that's life being reborn in you. That's your future sharpening its teeth, ready to devour mediocrity. You want power? Own your morning. Dominate your night. Guard your habits like a king guards his castle, because your kingdom is built in the shadows long before anyone ever sees your throne. No one's coming to save you. Not your dad, not your girl, not your boss. You are both the problem and the solution. That should scare you and excite you, because it means the power has always been yours. People will laugh when you start. Let them. They laughed at every man who dared to dream. What matters isn't the noise at the beginning. It's the silence at the top when you've outlasted them all. Every day you don't quit, you win. Maybe not with results. Maybe not with praise. But with identity. With integrity. With proof that you're not like the rest. You're building something the world can't take from you. You don't need permission to be excellent. You don't need applause to be consistent. The man who waits for motivation will always kneel to the man who relies on discipline. You are a soldier in a war most men never fight. A war for self-respect, for vision, for legacy. And the battlefield is your routine, your choices, your silence. So don't flinch. Don't fold. Don't forget who you're becoming. You want to stand out? Outlast. Outfocus. Outbleed every man in the room. Not with talk, but with presence. With grit. With scars that speak louder than words ever could. No, it won't happen overnight. No, it won't be fair. But the ground doesn't owe you fairness. It owes you harvest if you keep planting through droughts. So keep planting, King.